Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another inspiring episode of our podcast. I'm your host, Sema, and today we're diving deep into something that affects every part of our lives, our mindset. A strong mindset is the foundation for growth, resilience, and success. Without it, even the best tools and opportunities go unused. So if you're ready to unlock your full potential, this episode is for you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mbara, and I'm really excited about today's topic, too. A strong mindset isn't just about being positive. It's about being resilient, disciplined, and focused. We often think that people are just born mentally strong, but that's not true. Like a muscle, your mindset can be trained and strengthened with effort. And today, we'll guide you through practical ways to do exactly that.
Let's start by understanding what mindset actually is. Your mindset is your set of beliefs and attitudes that shape how you interpret and respond to life. If your mindset is weak or negative, challenges become overwhelming. But when your mindset is strong, even setbacks become opportunities for growth. That's the power of perspective.
Exactly, Sama. There are generally two types of mindsets, fixed and growth. A fixed mindset believes that talents and abilities are static. You either have them or you don't. A growth mindset, on the other hand, believes that skills can be developed through dedication and hard work. And research shows that people with a growth mindset are more successful and fulfilled in life.
If you want to build a strong mindset, the first step is self-awareness. Pay attention to your inner voice. How do you speak to yourself when you fail or struggle? Negative self-talk is a huge barrier to growth. Replace it with constructive and encouraging language. Start treating yourself like someone you want to help.
That's a powerful starting point. Another crucial element is embracing failure. Most people are afraid to fail, but failure is an essential part of learning. A strong mindset views failure not as defeat, but as feedback. When you shift your attitude toward mistakes, your whole world opens up.
Absolutely. I always say failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed many times. What made them different is that they didn't give up. They learned, adjusted, and kept going with more wisdom each time.
And that brings us to the importance of consistency. You can't build a strong mindset overnight. It's the small daily habits that shape who you become. Things like journaling, meditating, or reading positive content daily really make a difference over time.
Yes, daily habits are like mental training sessions. Just as an athlete trains their body, you train your mind. Start your day with intention and end your day with reflection. Set small goals and celebrate small wins. That builds momentum and self-belief.
And let's not forget about the environment you surround yourself with. Who you spend time with impacts your mindset deeply. If you're constantly hearing complaints or negative outlooks, it's easy to adopt that energy. But when you're around growth-minded people, you naturally rise to their level. So be intentional about who you let into your mental space.
That's such an important point, Mbara. Sometimes we underestimate how much influence our social circle has on our mindset. If you're constantly hearing complaints or negative outlooks, it's easy to adopt that energy. But when you're around growth-minded people, you naturally rise to their level. So be intentional about who you let into your mental space.
Yes, and that also includes what you consume online and in the media. Your mindset is shaped by what you read, watch, and listen to every day. If you constantly absorb negativity, fear, and gossip, it weakens your inner strength. But if you focus on inspirational, educational, and uplifting content, it nourishes your mindset. Be a conscious consumer of information.
Another critical part of building a strong mindset is learning how to handle stress. Life will always throw challenges your way, but how you respond is what makes the difference. Do you panic and give up, or do you breathe, assess the situation, and take calm action? A strong mind practices emotional control.
That's why emotional intelligence is such a key part of mental strength. When you can recognize your emotions without being overwhelmed by them, you're in control. Strong people don't deny emotions. They manage them. That allows them to make smart decisions even under pressure. You can build this skill with practice and patience.
Let's also talk about the power of purpose. When you have a clear purpose, your mindset becomes more focused and motivated. It gives meaning to your hard work and struggles. Without a purpose, even small obstacles feel heavy. But with purpose, you can carry even the biggest burdens with hope.
Yes, purpose gives you fuel when motivation runs out. People with a strong mindset often have a clear why behind their actions. It could be their family, a dream, a mission, or a cause they believe in. That deep reason helps them push through the hard days. So take time to reflect. What's your why?
Another practical strategy is visualization. Athletes use it all the time to build confidence and focus. You can do it too. Imagine yourself succeeding, overcoming obstacles, and staying strong. The brain reacts to vivid imagery almost like it's real. So when you visualize success regularly, you train your mind to believe in it.
That's a brilliant technique. I also love affirmations, simple, powerful statements you repeat to reinforce your belief. Things like, I am strong, I am capable, or I overcome challenges can rewire your thinking. It may feel awkward at first, but over time, your subconscious starts to accept those truths. Words have energy, so use them wisely.
Let's not forget the role of gratitude. Gratitude strengthens your mindset by shifting your focus from lack to abundance. When you feel grateful, your perspective changes. You see possibilities instead of problems. A daily gratitude practice trains your brain to look for the good. That builds emotional resilience and peace of mind.
That's so true. Gratitude makes you mentally stronger by keeping you grounded in what's already going well. It also helps you stay patient during tough times. Instead of spiraling into frustration, you learn to appreciate the journey. And when your heart is grateful, your mind becomes calm and focused.
Let's now explore the importance of setting challenges for yourself. A strong mindset grows stronger when it's tested. When you set goals that push your limits, you learn new strengths. Discomfort is the training ground for mental resilience. Every time you stretch beyond your comfort zone, you become more powerful inside.
Absolutely, Sama. It's in the moments when you want to quit, but don't, that your mind transforms. When things get hard, remind yourself that you're building endurance. Mental strength is not built through ease, but through effort. The challenge you face today could become the reason you're stronger tomorrow.
And let's be honest, sometimes the hardest part is just showing up. Whether it's to the gym, to a tough conversation, or to a new goal, consistency is key. A strong mindset shows up even when motivation isn't there. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what keeps you moving. That's why habits are more important than mood.
Yes, showing up builds trust in yourself. Every time you do what you said you would, even when it's hard, you prove your strength. That self-trust is the core of confidence. People with strong minds believe in themselves because they've earned that belief through consistent action. Confidence isn't about ego, it's about evidence.
Let's also talk about the power of rest. Rest isn't weakness, it's preparation. A strong mindset knows when to push and when to pause. Recovery is part of the process, not an escape from it. You can't think clearly or stay strong if you're running on empty.
I love that, Sama. Rest allows you to recharge, reflect, and realign. When you rest intentionally, you come back sharper and more centered. Burnout doesn't build strength, it breaks it. So learn to balance hustle with healing.
Another strategy is to practice detachment. Don't tie your worth to results or outcomes. A strong mindset stays steady whether things go right or wrong. You do your best and let go of what's beyond your control. That kind of mental independence brings peace and clarity.
Yes, emotional detachment is a sign of inner mastery. You stop reacting and start responding with wisdom. You can care deeply without losing your balance. That's how strong people stay focused even in chaos. They stay grounded because they've trained their mindset not to sway with every storm.
Let's also talk about learning from others. Strong-minded people are not afraid to ask questions or seek guidance. They don't see learning as weakness, they see it as strength. Every expert was once a beginner who asked a lot of questions. Humility is part of mental strength.
Exactly. The strongest minds are often the most teachable. They listen more than they speak because they're always growing. They're open to feedback and not afraid of being wrong. That openness keeps them moving forward while others stay stuck. Growth is never about pride, it's about progress.
Now, let's touch on the role of resilience and mental strength. Resilience means bouncing back after a setback, not just surviving it, but coming back wiser. Life will knock you down, but a strong mindset helps you rise every time. Resilience isn't about being tough all the time, it's about staying flexible under pressure. It's how you keep going when it would be easier to give up.
Yes, resilience is like your internal shock absorber. It allows you to feel pain and pressure without letting it break you. Resilient people don't ignore difficulty. They adapt and grow through it. That's why mindset and resilience are deeply connected. When you build one, you naturally strengthen the other.
Let's not forget the value of patience. Many people give up because they expect quick results, but growth takes time, and a strong mindset understands the long game. It's about committing to the process even when progress is slow. Impatience weakens your focus, but patience gives you power.
Exactly. The strongest people aren't always the fastest. They're the ones who keep going the longest. They've learned to trust the timing of their journey. They understand that success is like growing a tree. It starts underground. You don't see the roots, but they're forming a solid foundation. That's how a strong mindset works, quiet and steady beneath the surface.
Also, it's important to confront your fears. Fear is a natural part of growth, but don't let it control you. A strong mindset faces fear and moves forward anyway. The goal is not to be fearless, but to fear less. Courage is doing it scared.
That's a powerful truth. You don't overcome fear by avoiding it. You overcome it by acting despite it. Every time you face a fear, you shrink its power, and you expand your own confidence. Growth lives on the other side of fear.
Another great mindset shift is to focus on what you can control. So much stress comes from worrying about things we can't change. A strong mind learns to let go of the uncontrollable and take ownership of the controllable. Your thoughts, your actions, and your attitude are always within your power. That's where your focus should be.
Yes, control your controllables. When you waste energy on things outside your control, you drain your mental strength. But when you focus on your mindset, your habits, and your choices, you become powerful. That's how strong people stay calm in chaos. They're anchored in what they can influence. That's mental discipline at its finest.
Let's also mention the importance of purpose-driven goals. A goal without purpose can make you feel empty, even if you reach it. But a goal with meaning inspires you through the tough times. A strong mindset stays motivated by deeper reasons, not just surface rewards. That's what creates lasting inner strength.
So true. When your goals are aligned with your values, you're unstoppable. Even the hard days feel worthwhile. That kind of passion fuels long-term discipline. And discipline is the ultimate proof of a strong mindset.
Let's dive into another important aspect, self-discipline. Self-discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's the ability to keep promises you make to yourself. A strong mindset is rooted in self-discipline because it builds consistency, and consistency is what drives real transformation.
Exactly. Discipline isn't about being harsh. It's about being committed. It's about choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. Every time you act with discipline, you strengthen your identity as someone who follows through. That's how confidence is built from the inside out.
Another key point is how you handle criticism. People with weak mindsets often react defensively to feedback, but strong-minded people see criticism as a tool for growth. They separate their ego from their progress. They ask, what can I learn from this?
Yes, feedback is a gift if you know how to use it. It might sting at first, but it shows you where you can improve. And strong people are always looking to level up. They don't take it personally. They take it seriously. That mindset accelerates your growth.
Let's talk about persistence now. Persistence means not giving up when things get tough or progress is slow. A strong mindset isn't discouraged by obstacles, it's energized by them. Setbacks are just setups for comebacks. That inner drive keeps you moving no matter what.
Persistence is what separates success from failure. Many people quit too soon, right before things are about to change. But strong minds keep going, even when no one else believes. They trust the process and stay patient through the struggle. That's how breakthroughs happen.
Another core practice is reflection. Take time regularly to think about your actions, your mindset, and your progress. When you reflect, you become more self-aware and intentional. You catch patterns, spot blind spots, and make better decisions. That's how you grow with clarity.
Reflection is like a mental mirror. It helps you see where you're strong and where you need to improve. A strong mindset doesn't avoid the truth. It seeks it. Reflection helps you take ownership of your growth journey, and that ownership is where real power lies.
Let's also not forget about optimism. Strong minds aren't blind to problems. They just choose to focus on solutions. They believe that something good can come out of every challenge. That belief gives them the strength to keep going. Optimism is a mindset superpower.
Yes, optimism creates resilience. When you expect that things can get better, you act in ways that make them better. Even in dark times, optimistic people look for light. That mindset gives them energy and courage. And with that kind of belief, anything becomes possible.
Let's now explore the importance of being adaptable. Life is always changing, and a rigid mindset breaks under pressure. But a flexible, strong mindset bends and grows with change. Adaptability allows you to stay focused while adjusting your strategies. It's a skill that turns obstacles into opportunities.
Absolutely, Sama. Adaptable people aren't afraid to try new approaches when things don't work. They don't cling to one way of thinking, they evolve. That openness to change is a major strength. A strong mindset flows like water. It moves around the rock instead of crashing into it.
Another quality of strong-minded people is responsibility. They don't blame others or circumstances for their problems. Instead, they take full ownership of their responses and outcomes. That sense of personal responsibility gives them power. Victim thinking is powerless, but ownership is unstoppable.
Yes, taking responsibility means you're in control of your own growth. Even if it's not your fault, it's still your future. Strong minds focus on what they can do, not what others failed to do. That shift alone can change your entire life. It takes courage, but it builds unshakable strength.
Let's also talk about commitment to learning. A strong mindset is always curious, always seeking knowledge. Learning doesn't stop after school. It becomes a lifelong mission. Every new skill or insight makes you more capable and confident. That growth fuels mental power.
Exactly. Never stop being a student. Read books, listen to podcasts, talk to people smarter than you. Learning keeps your mind sharp and open. The more you learn, the more you realize how much more you can grow.
Another underrated trait of a strong mindset is humility. It's the ability to stay grounded even when you're successful. Humble people don't need to prove their strength. They show it through quiet confidence. They know there's always more to learn and improve, and that mindset keeps them progressing.
Yes, humility keeps your ego in check and your heart open. It allows you to connect deeply with others and yourself. You don't need to be loud to be strong. Sometimes the strongest people are the quietest in the room because their strength is rooted, not performed.
Let's also bring up self-respect. A strong mindset starts with respecting yourself, your time, your energy, and your boundaries. When you respect yourself, others learn to respect you too. You stop settling for less than you deserve. That inner respect strengthens your confidence and focus.
Self-respect means saying no when you need to. It means not betraying your values to please others. Strong minds protect their peace and prioritize their well-being. They don't chase validation, they stand in their truth, and that creates lasting inner strength.
Let's now talk about emotional maturity. A strong mindset isn't just about discipline. It's about knowing how to manage your emotions wisely. It's the ability to stay calm when provoked and thoughtful when angry. Emotional maturity helps you respond instead of react. That alone can change your relationships and your results.
Absolutely. Emotional maturity means you take time to process before speaking or acting. It also means you don't let temporary emotions lead to permanent decisions.
When you develop this kind of strength, you gain clarity and control. It's one of the most powerful signs of inner growth.
Another crucial mindset skill is goal clarity. You can't grow strong mentally if you're always confused about where you're going. Set clear, specific goals with strong reasons behind them. Your mind works best with direction. Without goals, your energy gets scattered.
Yes, clarity creates focus, and focus leads to faster progress. People with strong mindsets are intentional about what they pursue. They don't waste time on distractions, they invest in their vision. That kind of focus becomes a superpower in today's noisy world.
Let's also bring up gratitude in hard times. It's easy to be grateful when things are good, but true strength is finding gratitude even in the struggle. Gratitude helps you reframe your pain and find meaning in it. It doesn't erase your hardship, but it gives you strength to endure it. A strong mindset uses gratitude like a compass in storms.
I love that point, Sama. Gratitude reminds you that even when things feel broken, there's still beauty. It shifts your energy from despair to hope. That shift changes how you experience everything. Gratitude doesn't deny your pain, it balances it with perspective.
Let's also talk about your inner circle. Strong minds are careful about who they allow to speak into their lives. They spend time with people who challenge them, not comfort their weaknesses. Who you surround yourself with affects how you think, feel, and act. Choose wisely, because your circle is your mirror.
Yes, your environment either builds your strength or drains it. Spend time with people who inspire action, not just talk. People who celebrate your growth and hold you accountable. That kind of support system makes your mindset unbreakable. Strong minds are rarely built alone. They're forged in community.
Let's touch on forgiveness. Carrying anger and resentment is like carrying heavy stones. It weighs your mind down. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's freedom. When you forgive, you take back your power. You make room for peace, which makes your mindset lighter and clearer.
Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It doesn't excuse the behavior, it just stops the pain from living in your mind rent-free. A strong mindset knows when to release the past. You can't grow while staying anchored to what hurt you. Letting go is a sign of strength, not surrender.
Let's now discuss the power of solitude. Sometimes, being alone with your thoughts is exactly what you need to grow. Solitude gives you clarity, helps you hear your inner voice, and builds independence. A strong mindset is comfortable in silence and doesn't always seek distraction. It's in the quiet that real transformation begins.
That's such a vital point. Too often we confuse being alone with being lonely. But solitude is where you strengthen your connection to yourself. It helps you make decisions based on who you are, not on who others want you to be. And that kind of self-connection leads to a truly resilient mind.
Another strength builder is honesty. Being honest with yourself, even when the truth is hard, is crucial for growth. A strong mindset doesn't hide from reality. It faces facts, learns from them, and adjusts. Self-deception only delays your breakthrough.
Exactly. Honesty is a foundation of self-respect and progress. When you're honest, you see where you really are, and from there, you can build something real. Strong people don't pretend. They reflect and improve, and that makes their growth sustainable, not superficial.
Let's also talk about having a long-term vision. A strong mindset keeps the big picture in mind even when the present is difficult. When you have a clear vision of where you're headed, it's easier to push through temporary setbacks. You stop being reactive and start being strategic. That forward thinking gives you strength and stability.
That's so true. People with vision don't give up easily because they know the journey is bigger than the moment. They use short-term pain to fuel long-term gain. And when you live with vision, your mind becomes focused, powerful, and persistent. It's not just about where you are, it's about where you're going.
Let's touch on letting go of perfectionism. Many people think being perfect is the goal, but that mindset actually causes stress and burnout. A strong mind aims for progress, not perfection. Mistakes are part of growth, not proof of failure. When you release perfection, you free your potential.
Yes, perfectionism is a sneaky trap. It convinces you that you're not enough unless everything is flawless. But life isn't perfect, and neither are people. Strong minds embrace imperfection and move forward anyway. That acceptance brings peace and lasting confidence.
Another vital point worth mentioning is generosity. Giving your time, support, or knowledge to others strengthens your character. It reminds you that your value goes beyond what you achieve. Helping others builds empathy, purpose, and humility, all traits of a powerful mindset. A generous spirit lifts not only others, but yourself too.
Absolutely. When you give, you grow. Generosity expands your mindset from me to we, and that makes you more resilient because your strength is no longer only about yourself. Giving connects you to something bigger, and that makes your mindset unstoppable.
Let's now talk about the importance of purpose-driven habits. A strong mindset is built not just by big decisions, but by the small, consistent actions you take every day. Habits like waking up early, exercising, or reading compound over time. They create a sense of control and stability in your life. When your habits align with your goals, your mindset becomes unstoppable.
Yes, your habits become your identity over time. If you want to think like a strong person, start acting like one in your daily routines. The smallest actions repeated daily can create massive change. Strong people are intentional with their time and consistent with their efforts. Their habits are not random. They're rooted in purpose.
Let's also talk about bouncing back from embarrassment or failure in public. It's hard to stay strong when you feel exposed, but it's possible. A strong mindset knows that one bad moment doesn't define you. You learn, you grow, and you try again. What matters most is what you do after the fall.
That's such a key point. Public failure often breaks people because they tie their worth to others' opinions. But when you have a strong mindset, you detach from that. You understand that every successful person has faced rejection or embarrassment. And you realize that your value is not based on performance. It's based on persistence.
Let's dive into the power of delayed gratification. People with strong minds can wait for better rewards. They resist the urge for quick wins and invest in long-term results. That discipline builds patience, wisdom, and resilience. In a world of instant everything, waiting with purpose is a mental strength.
Yes, delayed gratification is the sign of a mature mindset. It's easy to grab what's in front of you, but it takes strength to wait for what you truly want. Strong-minded people delay comfort to build something greater. That kind of discipline pays off in every area of life, and it makes success feel more meaningful.
Let's also touch on flexibility and goals. Sometimes a strong mindset isn't about sticking to one path. It's about knowing when to pivot. Life changes and your goals might need to change too. Being adaptable doesn't mean giving up. It means adjusting with wisdom. A strong mind is flexible, not fragile.
Exactly. Goals can evolve, and strong people evolve with them. You can hold your vision while changing the strategy. The destination stays clear, but the route may shift. That kind of mental flexibility keeps you from burning out or feeling lost.
Another vital strength is hope. Hope is the belief that things can get better even when you can't see how. It fuels action, courage, and perseverance. A strong mindset doesn't ignore reality. It holds on to hope while taking the next step. That inner light makes all the difference.
Hope is more than wishful thinking. It's mental fuel. When you have hope, you keep moving even in the dark. It gives you emotional energy to try again. People with strong minds don't rely on perfect conditions. They rely on persistent hope. That's what keeps them alive inside, even during life's hardest seasons.
As we near the end of this episode, let's talk about the ultimate mindset strength, believing in yourself. When you truly believe you can grow, change, and succeed, nothing can stop you. Self-belief fuels every other aspect of mental strength. It's what turns dreams into reality. Cultivate it daily and watch your life transform.
Absolutely, Sama. Belief in yourself is the foundation for all progress. Without it, even the best plans fall apart. Strong minds nurture their self-belief through action, reflection, and kindness. Remember, you are more capable than you think. Believe it, and your mindset will carry you far.
Before we close, remember that building a strong mindset is a lifelong journey. There will be good days and bad days, successes and setbacks. What matters is your commitment to keep growing. Strength isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. Keep showing up for yourself every single day.
Yes, mindset growth is a continuous process. It requires patience, practice, and compassion. Don't rush it or compare your journey to others. Your path is unique, and your progress is enough. Celebrate every step forward and learn from every challenge.
Thank you so much for joining us today on this deep dive into how to build a strong mindset for a better life. We hope these insights and strategies inspire you to take action. Remember, your mindset is the key to unlocking your full potential. Start building it today, and your future self will thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Stay strong, stay focused, and keep believing in your power to grow. We're rooting for you every step of the way. Until next time, keep nurturing that strong mindset and keep shining your light. Take care, and see you soon.